I like music. I like to dance. I'm Puerto Rican, so I can't control it. I hear the music, my feet start moving. We go to the parks, amusement parks and the roller coasters. I like roller coasters. My hands up in the air, The faster we go, the better. Some of my friends might say I'm a little crazy. I come from a Catholic family. It was mostly like, go to church on Sunday, and that was it. As a teenager, I said, I thought the church was boring. You just go there, you stand up, you sit, you kneel. But then I noticed that it was more than that. And there's a beauty in the mystery. And one of the things that brought me and hooked me into the Catholic faith was the Eucharist. And I will read at Mass, and my pastor pointed out to me, he said, when I saw you reading at that Mass, I saw you as a priest. And it wasn't, I think you will be a good priest. No, it was more like, when you were reading, I looked at you and I saw you as a priest. And I prayed with those words. And eventually, time later, I started to consider it even more. My dad, who was living in Orlando, he contacted me. He said, why don't you consider moving to Orlando and you come to college here? The call to the priesthood comes again. But this time it was no longer an external voice, but it was more an internal voice in my heart. So I told God, if you want me to go to seminary now, you will block my way to college. A few weeks later, Valencia contacts me and says, oh, there was a problem with your transcripts. And I said, okay, Lord, I think you did your part, now it's my turn. So I went to St. John Vianney in Miami. I felt like this was what God wanted from me at that moment. Part of the application process, they require your school transcript, and the paperwork came with no problem. No problem. So I said, I think this is a sign from God. What I've enjoyed the most from seminary, it's the fraternity. We live together, we pray together, we eat together. No longer these are your classmates, but this is part of your family. Being ordained transitional deacon was a moment of grace and blessing. Just seeing how the people looked at me and came up to me after Mass. It's like the people already see me as their shepherd. As ordination approaches, I describe it as a roller coaster of emotions. There's a lot of joy, and at the same time, there's a little bit of like a bittersweet taste, because I've been in seminary for 9 years. Now I need to close that chapter in order to begin a new chapter in my life. And I know like the priesthood, the ordination, it's not like the complete end, and it's not the goal. The goal is to get to heaven. Not only get to heaven, but as a shepherd, how many people am I bringing to heaven? And my role as a priest is to be that father who loves the people, and that through my love for them, they can see the love of Jesus and they fall in love with him. I want to thank the people of God for all their support, all their prayers, because I fell in love with this vocation. I cannot see myself doing anything else.